call the meeting to order. Good afternoon, everyone, by the way.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
First on the agenda is the approval of the civil service minutes of August 18th, 2022.
Can I take roll, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry. You got to put that on the
I need to take roll on there on the agenda.
Yeah,
Mr. May,
Here.
Mr. Rhodes,
yes, here.
Mr. McGookie.
Here.
Okay, what else I missed? Anything else?
We're good.
Good, ready to go forward now?
Ready to go.
All right, I'm revving at the engine. I'm ready to go. Okay, approval of the minutes. Everybody get a chance to read them over?
Yeah. I had one question. The minutes are really detailed, thorough, but under the first sentence, in the section fire, request to start testing process for new list, this first sentence says, fire would like to give another test starting tomorrow. The test itself wasn't starting tomorrow, right?
It was.
The test itself was?
Yes, so this
Okay.
meeting was held on the August 18th.
Right.
We started the testing process August 19th.
Okay, was that were you giving tests the next day, or was it just the process was starting
No,
the next day?
they were absolutely able to log on and test that very next day.
Okay, I guess I didn't understand that, but, okay,
Okay.
great.
I could, I guess, just expound on that a little bit. So when you gave permission on that meeting, the next day, the National Testing Network opens the application process throughout the country. So, and then we give them, I think, 45 days or however many amount of days. So they don't have to actually take the test the next day.
Right.
The process, they could submit scores, they could schedule their test or whatever,
Okay.
started that next day.
Okay.
So that we could meet a pretty strict guideline that we were on right at that time, so.
That clarifies it. Thank you.
Okay?
So with that, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
I second the motion.
A motion and second that we approve the August 18th, 2022 minutes. Any questions on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposes, motion carried. Next is fire, request to certify the original appointment list for 2022, Chief D'Amico.
Yes, with that testing process you approved, that's currently completed, and we took those group of names of people that passed that test and have run them all through the agility testing process and have created the certified list now that we would like approved. There's 34 names of candidates that passed on this list.
You say 34?
34.
It's good, right?
Well, it's not as good as we would hope. Last time there was 42.
Okay.
So, and there was, I believe, 77 that took it. So quite a few of them didn't pass or withdrew prior to the establishment of this list.
Any questions?
I can move to approve the list.
I'll second the motion.
Been motion and second that we approve the fire original appointment list for 2022. Any questions on the motion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposes, motion carried. Okay, next.
I'm sorry, can I just ask one question?
Yes.
What's a good score? What is the average score on is the agility a physical fitness test of some kind?
Yeah, it's technically called the Combat Challenge, and it's a bunch of skills designed to mimic firefighting skills and ability, like stair climbs, hose carries, an axe simulation, a body drag, and a hose drag.
And is there a score where you would look at that chief and go, oh, that guy's really good, or that gal, that
Yes,
candidate is really good? Sorry, didn't mean to make that
Between
agenda.
3 and 4 minutes is average. Anything under 3 minutes is usually a pretty fast score. I think the best we had was 2:15 or
Yes, that was
something
the
like
best
that.
that we had.
That's a really fast score,
think
but
it's
some people
7
don't always
minutes.
do it for the time because it's pass-fail in 7 minutes.
Oh, okay. So they don't get any extra points for doing it quickly? I mean, I asked
Street
because there's a
credit's all
fellow
they
that's number
get
9 on
for
the
a
list here,
faster
and he's,
score.
I mean, it's like this guy that got a 650, he's 9th on the, did he fall down or something, or, never mind. Okay, so, if the minimum wasn't good enough, it wouldn't be the minimum.
Right.
Okay, thank you. I'll try and make those questions before we do the motion. I was formulating the
I saw
question.
that look in your eye. I knew you
Yeah.
had a question.
Slow to rise. You should have said no questions allowed. Sorry, okay.
Okay, any other questions for Chief D'Amico? He's still over there with that lip quivering. Mr. Mayor.
Nothing.
Mr. Rose,
I promise.
Can I just make a comment,
Yes.
since we're still on fire? I'd like to thank Erica and Connie, the chief, and Diane Mulvin, his administrative assistant, for really pushing this test as quickly as we could. I put some unfortunate pressure on them because we needed to get the firefighters tested, both written and agility, and then interview process and get them hired by November 1st as a commitment that the city's made to the union attorney as far for a grievance that they had filed. So I want to publicly thank them for
Gonna make that.
their outstanding work as usual and getting the mission accomplished. Thank you.
It was my pleasure. Thanks, Chief.
Yeah, Jen, if you, to answer your look there, they contractually have 48 personnel that have to be on the line side of the department. So right now, when off the last list we needed to hire 3 to achieve that number. We took 1 off the last list, closed that list, and we need to get 2 off of here. So there's time frames in the contract that we were supposed to have those hired. So the faster we get this done, we're already past that time frame. So the faster we get this done, the better.
So it's a reasonable conclusion that you're going to interview number 1, number 2, you're just going to work your way down the list until you get these final hires, right?
Right, we're interviewing 30 all at the same time to get all the interviews knocked out so that we can hire 2 right out of the gate the first week of November. And then we expect 1 retirement in June and another retirement because of the firefighter that has, I don't know if you've seen in the paper, Tim Eckert has cancer. So he's expected to retire sometime next year also. So we're getting these interviews out and picking who we'd like out of that group so that we're ready to hire when those pop up, because the contract states they have to be hired over a certain time frame from the vacancy.
Okay. Thank you.
They'll interview the top 10, and the chief can select 1 out of the 10, so it's not like in order. So out of the first 10 candidates, he can consider any of those candidates in that 10 pool.
I see. Okay, thank you.
All right, let's move on to police. Chief Oliver, I'll let you take over.
Yeah, to follow up Mr. Orzak's comments, I appreciate their hard work for the fire department, and now it's time to department. Yeah, so we're going to get right back into it. I have 3 requests to remove candidates from our original appointment list. Their names were Matthew Wilson, Terrell White, and Courtney Gillis. And I was also told today a 4th on our list. We only have 9 names left on our original appointment list. A 4th from our list today took a job with the Lorraine Police Department. So basically with these removal letters, these requests to remove, we've interviewed these 3. They weren't selected for positions. We did ultimately hire 5 officers off of our last list. However, one of those 5 didn't pass some pre-employment testing. So now we have 4 hired off of that previous list. I'd like to, if with your permission, if you approve these removal letters, that would bring us down to 5 or 6 left on our list. I'd like to close that list officially and then ask for permission for another eligibility list. Just to give you a little background, we're kind of in negotiations. I know it's been ongoing with Cedar Point and some opportunities there, and we also currently are down an officer. So with potential to hire some more, we need to sort of get our ducks in a row and make sure we're progressing forward.
So what do you have going on with Cedar Point? I know you're taking over the policing there, so, right?
It's still in the final negotiation phase. There was some information sent over to the city manager's office today. Obviously, we have to have permission through the commission, so that'll be a process yet too. But ultimately, Cedar Point Police, they want to just go to security, and any kind of police presence at the park will be Sandusky police officers. With that, the potential is there that'll create some positions at the police department, and that ultimately we'll have to be prepared to make some hires in the future if everything is approved through city commission, and prepare for next season, which will start in April. So the process begins.
Okay, so it sounds like we need to, can we do all these at once? The removal, close the list, and start the testing process? Can we do all that in one motion, or do we need three? Okay, can I get a motion for that?
Okay, I make a motion that we remove Wilson, White, and Gillis from the list.
And,
I can't do that much at once.
huh?
I can't do it all at once. I forgot the second part. Let's just do,
Number 4, go
It's closing the police.
yeah,
close
closing the
police
list.
And
Eric, you're not
request,
going to put that in the minutes, are you, Erica?
It's already on live stream.
Erica don't miss too much.
I know. I know. I got to watch what I say. Yes, I'd like to make the motion that those three names, Wilson, White, Gillis, be removed and the list be closed so that we can start a new list.
Okay,
I'll second.
all right, it's been
But-
motion and second that we remove the 3 candidates, we close the existing list, and start a new list. Any questions on the motion?
Just one quick, the grounds for closing the police list is the same as the fire list. If you're less than 6.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
That's why I wanted to let you guys know as a body that this ultimately brings us down to 5 names on the list anyhow.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
And I have another question. So this fellow, the candidate that took a job elsewhere, he's removed from the list without any action from us, correct?
well, ultimately, I would come with a candidate removal request if the list was still active, because I would get something in writing from him saying but I know he took a job elsewhere. I know the police chief, and he called me about it.
Okay.
So I just don't have that for you now because it just happened. That's the only reason.
Okay, fair enough.
But he would send us a letter, at my request, would send me an email saying I took a job elsewhere, and then I would present that to the board.
But it doesn't matter since the list is closed.
Correct.
Okay. Copy all.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposes? Motion carried. All right, one more, Chief, the lateral hire announcement, ready to post.
It is, again, thanks to our Human Resources Director and our Human Resources Assistant. Sorry, I don't know the
Specialist.
title, specialist. They've done a lot of legwork for us, so we are prepared to make official notification that we're going to start accepting lateral transfers. With that, again, we're currently have one job open right now where it stands, and then ultimately there could be some others. So we'll have sort of both things going at the same time like we talked about before in the past. And hopefully tomorrow, everything is basically complete where we'll have the link and we'll start making some public announcements.
So is this getting circulated now?
That will. That's what it's
It
going to
will.
look like. Yeah.
Oh, that's
The
what it is.
bottom QR link, and I'm not a big computer IT guy, but that little QR code, we're waiting to have IT do something, and they can just point their phone at it, and off they go to its applications.
Okay.
Way above my pay grade.
That's a good-looking advertisement. Who do we have to
So
thank?
It's our administrative assistant, Eva Alcott, who puts that together, and she does a fantastic job.
It's a great photo layout of community policing, and it's good. So it'll show up in print media and on various,
Yeah, ultimately, we'll do it over social media. There's some conversation about putting it in print media, and there's a mailing address that the Ohio Association of Chiefs of Police, it goes statewide to all kinds of law enforcement. We'd like to put it through that, too.
Okay. Looks good.
Let's see if we get any guys through that. That would be awesome.
So can I get a motion for posting this?
So move.
We already,
you
you already got it on.
You already gave us permission. We were just
Oh, okay.
This
updating
is
you
just a-
that this is happening.
Just letting you know it's
information.
ready to go, so.
All right, great, great.
And we hope, there's conversations in some other local law enforcement agencies, and we hope to get some pretty good candidates through the lateral, hopefully, so.
Okay. All right, anything else for the good of the cause here?
I guess the next meeting, I'll just contact you once we're closer to seeing how far we are with the police and their testing process.
Which
that's
will
okay with
take,
you,
what,
gentlemen?
a couple months or something?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
probably ask for maybe something, I know the 60-day window is going to be hitting the holidays, so sometime in between, before or after. Because we'll need about
I'll be here
45
till
days, we'll
after
need
the
to
first of the
post
year.
for a while.
Actually, mid-January.
Keep it
Okay.
open.
Okay,
I'm going to make a note.
I did the same thing.
It's-
Yeah, so maybe early January to catch you?
That'd be fine.
That'd be
Okay.
great if we could. And hopefully we have, I know he said that's a low number, but that'd be a great number for our eligibility list, so hopefully we have some interest.
And
All right.
you're filling how many positions? You have-
Right now,
you're
we have
down
one open. There's, again, it's got to go in front of commission, and I haven't typed the communication yet, so I don't want to get ahead of myself, but there's potential for other openings through a partnership with Cedar Point, so.
Oh. Okay.
Anything, any other questions? Get a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Seconded.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.